Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This video is going to be talking about The Walking Dead Season 3, the first 8 episodes we've seen so far, and which episodes are my favorite, which episode is my absolute favorite. Alright, good stuff. So a few people have asked me to go ahead and do this, so I decided I would. Let's take a look at the first 8 episodes of the season now that we're at the break. Let's compare them and come up with which one is our favorite, or at least my favorite, and which ones you guys think, maybe your favorite. You can mention in the comments or do a video response if you'd like. I will auto-approve them for this one, because it's kind of a discussion topic. So let's go over the first 8 episodes real quick, just to do a summary first before we get into which ones I think are the best and which one is the best. So the premiere, the first episode was called Seed, which was a pretty damn good episode, just having lots of action in it with the Rick's group attacking the prison, lots of zombie kills, lots of things happening. Herschel, at the end of the episode, getting bitten on the ankle, very exciting. And at the end of the episode, us seeing the people, the prisoners that were inside the prison. So that episode overall, I think, was very good. However, it's a season premiere, so we got to put it up on a higher, pedestal than the rest and compare it sort of a little bit more because it was a premiere. The second episode was called Sick. Now, I've said in my reviews that right off the bat, I thought that Sick was actually more exciting than the first episode. We had Rick and Thomas fighting it out. We had all the prisoners and all that excitement of them clearing it out. It was kind of funny to watch them do that and killing all the walkers and all the things that happened with that. And then, of course, finding out that Herschel's okay. So that, for me, has got to be one of the best ones. The next episode, called Walk With Me, I like it a lot because it's the governor's intro episode, and it's all about him. It doesn't focus on Rick's group at all. And I thought it was a pretty damn good episode, but, in terms of comparing it to the others and which one's the best, that's more of like an introductory episode for his group. So I wouldn't really consider that as being one of the best. Just a very, very good episode. It was perfect for what it is. But, all around, it's more of introductory, so it's not going to be that great by itself. Going on from that, Killer Within. Now, Killer Within, for me, has got to be within, in argument, that's got to be either, the best episode so far this season or one of them, because we got tons of excitement in the episode. We got the baby finally being born, which we waited for a really long time. And then we got to see Lori and T-Dog both bite the bullet in that episode, which was insane to see 2 character deaths like that from Rick's group that have been around since the beginning of the show, dying both in the same episode. And it was just super exciting, all the way down to the fight at the end where Andrew and Rick go at it. Daryl's in there with his knife behind Oscar's back or at the side of him, and Oscar making the decision to shoot down Andrew instead of Rick. So that episode for me has definitely got to be in consideration here, definitely. Going on from there, we had episode 5, which was Say the Word, where we kind of got splitting between both groups, getting to see the governor's group as well as what's happening with Michonne, cutting back to the prison and sort of back and forth. That was a pretty good episode, some good development in that episode, but it wasn't a big payoff, so I wouldn't really consider that as being, one of the best episodes of the season. The next episode, Hounded, was pretty damn good. Some exciting, fighting in that with Michonne and Merle and everything that happened with that. I like at the very beginning where you have the go back written in zombie body parts from Michonne. That was brutal, and so that was a really, really exciting episode for sure. The whole part with Glenn and Maggie and everything. I think that was in that episode, wasn't it? Let's see here. I'm just going to check. Yeah, where they run into Merle. Oh, man, that was really exciting. So that one should be taken into consideration. Next one, When the Dead Come Knocking, episode 7. So in this episode, we got to see Rick. You have Glenn and Maggie who are captured. Rick is just finding out about it, meets Michonne. So that was a pretty cool part in that episode for them to finally meet. And they sort of go through a bunch of things and then head out And there's some cool scenes in that one too. Yeah, it's pretty good. It was a pretty good episode. Where it ends leaves it at the mid-season finale for the really exciting stuff with Made to Suffer. Now, Made to Suffer is the mid-season finale, and you know that they do usually give us pretty good stuff for the mid-season finale, like they did last year. And this was awesome. I really liked the mid-season finale. We got to see Rick being about as badass as he's ever been, maybe equal to Triggerfinger or Nebraska in the second season where he shoots Dave and Tony in the bar. And using the smoke grenades, shooting them down. You had a special guest appearance from John Bernthal to play Shane real quick there. That was awesome. Then the end of the episode with Daryl and Merle and all, man, that was really, really exciting. But again, because it is kind of a mid-season finale, it should be a bit better than some of the other episodes, I guess. So that'll be taken into consideration too. So to go over it again, so those are the first 8 that we've seen so far. I'll say that right off the bat, the premiere for me is out because it was really exciting, but there's been a lot of good episodes. Sick, the second episode, that's got to be in consideration because I thought that was an amazing episode. Really exciting, really cool. Lots of character deaths, too, for the new prisoners. Walk With Me, out of the question. Killer Within, definitely got to be in consideration. You get 2 big character deaths in one episode. That doesn't happen very often. Say the Word, out of the question, I think. Hounded, pretty good, but just, for me, just out. Although it is better than some of the others here, I think. When the Dead Come Knocking, just out as well, because a lot of it was leading into the finale, even though it was pretty damn exciting too, or the mid-season finale, I should say. So for me, it comes down to, in terms of what my favorite episode of Season 3 is so far, you have Made to Suffer, which was awesome, the mid-season finale. You have Killer Within, and you have Sick. Okay, so it's got to be between those 3 for me. Sick and Killer Within. So we'll start with those 2. Well, I thought Sick was a really, really cool episode, but Killer Within was way more touching because you had those the character deaths. You had the acting of Andrew Lincoln as Rick at the end, where he's just losing his damn mind after what happened with Lori and T-Dog and everything, and Carol going missing. As good as Sick was, I got to say the Killer Within, just more things happen, more memorable events that we've been waiting for a long time. So Killer Within's got to take it for that one. Yeah, definitely. Okay, going on from there then, it will come down to Killer Within versus the mid-season finale. This, for me, is a tough one. The season finale was, or the mid-season finale was really exciting, but because we know that Merle and Daryl at this point, from the descriptions of the next few episodes, are going to survive, as exciting as it was, I'm going to go with The Killer Within as being the best episode so far of Season 3. And not just because I like to see character deaths. I do like a good character death here and there, but just because so much happens in the episode, and those characters that were there that were lost in that episode, those were characters that have been around since day one. You know, since like the first or second episode of the first season. T-Dog and Lori were there. Carol was also in and around, and she went missing too. Daryl found her now, so we know she's not dead. But for me, hands down, when I compare them and I go through the list, the best episode for me of Season 3 has got to be Season 3, Episode 4, Killer Within. I thought it was just mind-blowing. Mind-blowing episode, and even the mid-season finale was amazing. Lots of action, but Killer Within was mind-blowing. We didn't expect it because it was just like a regular episode. You know, you'd think most character deaths would be happening at like mid-season finale or season finale or premiere, but you wouldn't think that it would happen at that time, especially to get 2 in the same episode was really unexpected, and I think it was probably one of the most exciting episodes of The Walking Dead ever, just like Made to Suffer was, but for me, I got to go with Season 3, Episode 4. It was the best. One of the best episodes in all The Walking Dead, for sure. I did a top 5. I didn't put it in there, but I regret that at this point. I probably should have put it in there somewhere. Now I think about it a little bit more. For me, it's got to be in my top 5, I guess. It's got to knock out something else regardless. I guess I'd put it at maybe 4th or 3rd overall in terms of my favorites, somewhere around there. I'd have to go through it again. And also, Made to Suffer would have to be pretty close to top 5, if not in the top 5, maybe just outside of it. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on it, guys. My favorite episode of The Walking Dead Season 3 so far is The Killer Within. Let me know what yours is. Like I said, feel free to write in the comments or do a video response. I will auto-approve them. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you maybe tomorrow. I might not be able to do as many videos right now because it is Christmas time, so it's like insanely busy for me. So I might not be able to put up videos every single day, but I'll try my best. Anyway, that's it for this one. See you for the next one. This is Trev. Saying peace.